Guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante, Manchester City 3, Arsenal 0, and well, we called for heart, we called for commitment, we called for pride in the shirt, we called for leaving that pitch, whether we won, lost, extra time or whatever, knowing that we gave it 100%. In fact, I even brought out a video, and I've praised the Lord that it didn't upload, because I'm calling for these things like 30 minutes before the game. If you guys want me to upload it for banner purposes, of course I will. But everything we called for, in Arsenal position and on Arsenal, typical Arsenal fashion, we over-delivered in that aspect and we managed to do the complete opposite. So let's get into it. Going into the game, well, they won 3-0, but going into the game, nothing needs to be said. Nothing needs to be said. It's a cup final. Whether you care about football or any other sport, you know if there's a chance at silverware, no matter what it is, you want to get that. It's a chance for the team to create history. It's a chance for the players individually to create history along their journeys as professional footballers and all of them things there. We're playing Manchester City. Arsenal fans, as optimistic and the most optimistic of Arsenal fans would tell you they're winning. They have a chance of winning and all of these things. But inside, we all knew it's a cup game, so you don't know how it could go, but we're going to get slapped. At best, let's just leave with some passion and some heart and something to take away. Didn't happen. But yeah, major talking points in regards to the game is probably Chambers playing in the back 3 or 5, 6 including Ospina, depending on how you look at it. Ramsey was fit. He managed to, there was talk of it. Even I said, how do you play Xhaka, Ramsey and Wilshere? Or if you do, Wenger went for a gamble that didn't pay off. He went for broke and he played all of them. Sterling, it was touch and go in regards to his fitness. He didn't make it, and there's even talk he might not make it when we played him in the league. Sane, he's shrugged off some fitness problems to come back as well, I believe. And Jesus has made this, the bench, so he's here in some capacity for the World Cup purposes for Brazil. I hope he gets a clear run. But yeah, man, we know what we're going to get with City. You know you can't back off against City and respect them too much because they're going to pick you apart. You know if they're going to have any chance, you have to kind of go at them, kind of squeeze them. But even then, they're going to counter-attack you. And if you're going to do that, you need to be solid defensively. First 5 minutes, more specifically, they had like, in the first 2 minutes, they had like 2-3 corners. You saw Sane instantly showing Chambers what time it was. My man on Walker and whoever was on the right-hand side trying to go there as well, trying to squeeze us. And they kind of hooked us as well. They knew we'd squeeze them high as well. So they knew they'd take advantage of it when we push up the pitch, as you saw with Mustafi. For me, throughout the first half, you could see we're too timid. We're respecting them too much. It's a cup final. You wouldn't have thought this was a cup final. This was identical to how we played against Spurs at Wembley. I don't know what going on for these players. And I will say this as well. In my group chat, any of my boys watching this that are in my group chat, you know I'm not lying. God strike me down if I'm lying, yeah? I saw Aubameyang and Ozil laughing when I was watching it on TV, and I said we're going to get smacked. I mean, I kept saying that, but you could see it. The City players, no grin teeth like Balotelli, they were serious. And like I said, we just looked timid. We're respecting them too much. We weren't getting any passes going. We couldn't get out of our own half bare times in that first half. Our fullbacks were not offering nothing. We've got no width. How Wenger can sit there and say we don't need any wingers and these sort of things, I don't know. Either buy a wide man or play young Reece Nelson. How he wasn't involved in any capacity, especially when you look at how dead our bench was, disgraceful, to be honest with me, And we were just sitting back too much, respecting them too much. I'm just thinking, this is a cup final. Like, this is a cup final. City must be loving this. Yeah, we're threatening a couple once in a blue moon. That one searching ball that we're trying hopelessly to find Aubameyang with is paying off, and he had an opportunity he should have put away. There was one that Walker got there first, he should have put it away, and there was a couple others. Yes, in the first half, couple stages, Wilshere was looking lively and Ramsey to a degree, but on a general basis, we weren't doing anything really. We were being forced to kick it long because there's no options and because no one wants to be brave. Aubameyang is by himself. He either chases these lost causes and just runs out his energy, or he holds up the ball 1-2 times and he's surrounded by blue shirts. And I'm not defending Aubameyang. I don't feel he played particularly well today, but it's just highlighting the dumb logic in our club. I mean, if you're going to play 5 at the back or however we're going to play, the whole point is to have midfielders that are going to get on the ball and make things happen. Our midfielders weren't at it today, whether it was Ozil, Xhaka, whatever. Xhaka was dog pissed today, pardon my language. The corners, his set pieces really pissed me off today. As poor as Xhaka was, I saw some stats that Bravo either completed more passes or lost possession, or got on possession, or some sort of possession-based stat. He done it more than Wilshere, Ozil, and Aaron Ramsey. That signifies how crap them three were. So as crap as Xhaka was, look how crap the whole midfield was. If none of the midfielders want to get on the ball and do anything, the defence and the back and the keeper are going to have a tough time trying to build from the back, trying to get some sort of play going. And you saw it. Chambers, I felt sorry for him at times because he played piss poor, but I felt sorry for him. He's kicking it and there's no options. He's looking like a loose cannon, swiping the ball and that. Ospina is looking, his distribution, him and Czech, man, they're really peeing me off. Both of them are so dead, like... Oh man, Czech is a model professional, but he's not even involved today. And Ospina's been doing all right, but it's just today it was ridiculous. His distribution. I tell you guys, the keeper is meant to give confidence to the rest of the side. He's not doing that, and I'm not saying it's just him. He's part of the defense. It's all meant to be a well organized unit. They're all meant to defend together and attack together. None of them. They were all being given the ball in poor angles. All of them were playing nothing passes. We're playing backwards passes in the back five as well. That's helping City. If we're going to have any chance against City, we need to zip it quickly. We need to show some courage. It's a cup final. This can go any way. Even though they're better than us and they're in better form, I guarantee they're as nervous deep down as us, and we're not using this to our advantage. That being said, I have faith. I feel sorry for the back five because why are they not having any options or they're hesitant on top of being scared? Their midfield are not there. Like I just highlighted before I started rambling. If the midfield are not there, they can't do anything, and then it's just dead. Like it's just dead. We couldn't get out of our own half. They were scaring us. They had a couple opportunities. Sergio was showing on the last man what time it was as well. And when he actually scored, it's disgraceful. Ospina. Mustafi's out of position. Mustafi's out of position. Now, if you're out of position, get back into position ASAP. Everybody knows that. He's admiring Wembley's pitch. Sergio leans into him. He's entitled to do that. He's smaller than you, and you know how these people are. They're going to give advantage to the attackers. You don't leave any chances. You spoke in interviews about wanting to make the difference and be there when it matters. How about just effing defending properly? That's what you need to do. You didn't do that. You're caught. You're in no man's land. You're still looking to the ref. You're not there. Chambers and Koscielny, they should be sniffing danger. As a defender, you're taught expect your partner to miss it. You're taught as a striker as well, ironically, to expect someone to miss it, always be on the gamble. But you're taught to be pessimistic as a defender. So with that being said, both of them should smell danger and get behind, get around them. A big underrated aspect of being a fullback is covering, last-ditch challenges as well. Where are the fullbacks? They're nowhere to be seen. Ospina, he's not directly to blame, but he has a massive part to play. He's coming out for... One, you can see the whole picture. You can either talk to the back four or talk to anyone on that defence, whether it's Chambers and Koscielny, and tell them to cover, or you tell Mustafi, drop properly. None of that's there. On top of not being able to do that, if you're going to come out, you need to come out. You need to commit yourself. You stopped. Sergio does not need 2 invitations. He puts it in, he chips you, and it's 1-0, and they deserve it, really. And we're lucky to be 1-0, to be honest, going into half-time. There's not much more to be said. Last 5 minutes of the first half, I will say we couldn't get out of our half. There's really not much more to be said on the first half, man. We were just, like... Everyone just peeing me off. They're all playing crap. They're all playing timid. It's 1-0 at this point, and that's the only thing you can take advantage from. Less said about the second half, the better. The small minority of Arsenal players that played somewhat decent in the first half, it all went down the piss in the second half. It went down there. It was really poor. The less said about it, the better. They went and grabbed 2 more with Silva and company. Shout out to company. He had a very good performance, and this could very well be his last cup final at Wembley. And depending on how they progress in the FA Cup, and the champs isn't in Wembley, isn't at Wembley for the final. So yeah, credit to City, man. The less said about it, the better. Just terrible defending throughout. Players are walking. Players are still. What really annoys me is play to the whistle. You're putting your hands up, whether it's offside, you're putting your hands up. Players are doing this. It's 3-0. Honestly, people, I don't know what happened in the last 10, to be honest with you. I turn it off. It burns me to say I did that in a cup final, but I turn it off. Credit to City. They banged us 3-0. Where we go from here, I don't know, because, yeah, on paper, other fans will say it's only the Carling Cup or whatever, and we would say that if it weren't us, and it is only that, and it's not the end of the world. Our season isn't going to be defined by that, because, I mean, Champions League's enough to hurt us. No Champions League's enough to hurt us the most, but if you can't be up from a final, it didn't look like a final, it didn't look like a team that wanted to play in a final. If you can't be motivated for a final, then you're not. We know players are not fit enough to wear the shirt. But if you can't be motivated for a final, then you shouldn't be at this club. Unfortunately, there's not a player there that doesn't deserve to leave. There's not a player there that really and truly can leave that field with any sort of pride in their performance. There's not a player there with any passion in their performance. There's not a player there that just shut up and did the performance and did the performing rather than just talking, saying we're back, saying we're this, saying we're that. Just. People got at Lacazette as well. People got at Lacazette, and I'm not defending Aubameyang, but if you're gonna, a man can't press together by himself. He needs to press together with someone. 2, he needs support, proper support. Yeah, man. Guys, we hold that L. I don't know where we go from this at this moment in time. Those of you who are my friends that are waiting for this upload to laugh your thing, man. You lot deserve it. Arsenal's are running so proper, and if it was another club, I'd be joining you guys. But there's not much more to be said, man. Manchester City, 3-0, deserved winners. Congratulations. They, on paper, have done a double now, if they go on, and which looks like they're going to cement the Prem. Us... I don't even want to hear what shit Wenger tells me now, man. Because Wenger, you guys know I love Wenger to the death, man. I'll always love Wenger, and I know it's hard to say that, and some people might even call me crazy. I love what he's done for this club, and I still love him as much as he annoys me. But Wenger, you're delusional. You're more deluded than the deluded goon. If you believe, honestly, you can take this club forward. You've made selfish decisions, and we have paid for it. I'm not going to go over all of them because I've documented them enough times. But this is an accumulation of ultimately your sporting decisions. The lack of defensive know-how, the lack of effort, the lack of heart is on Wenger. The lack of effort is on Wenger. The lack of effort is on Wenger. In the same way, a team is a reflection of the manager. Stale. There's not much more to be said, and that pains me to say it about someone I hold dearly in my heart as a footballing person. Guys, Deluded Kuna, YouTube's and Golo Kante. Get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out.